This E. Jean Carroll story to me is so insane. This is E. Jean Carroll. Again, her claim is that Trump raped her in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room in 1995 or 1996. She's not sure. So every time you read about it in the media, they'll say in the 90s. Now, apparently we're just ignoring the fact that her entire accusation storyline is a storyline from Law and Order. I'm just catching, you know this by now, right? But we're catching, this is the best video I could find of it. I don't even know if we can hear it, but just here it is.
What place?
Yes, there was one, a bit plain, and it was not her fantasy, it was mine.
Okay.
Yeah. Role play took place in the dressing room of Bergdorf's. While she was trying on lingerie, I would burst in.
Okay, all right, so it's a Law and Order scene. Here she is on CNN.
You don't feel like a victim?
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt.
But I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Mm. Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
Mm. We're going to take a quick break if you can stick around.
I love it. It was like, abort. So this woman, E. Jean Carroll, she was an advice columnist at Elle magazine back in the day, and she's a certifiable wacko. So Elle, one of the fashion magazines did a short video about her house. She painted all the rocks and trees in her backyard, and she has this crazy bright red hair, and her cat's name is Vagina T Fireball. All right. So listen, I don't know, maybe I called her, I take back certifiable wacko. There's, who said that? Come on now. You better be careful. You might be sued for $83 million. So Trump said, she said that Trump raped her. Then he said, I didn't. And then she sued him for defamation for calling her a liar. That is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. How could that possibly be allowed? And by the way, the jury this weekend, the reason I bring it up is the jury awarded her $83 million. She was asking for 10, and the jury gave her $83 million. Can a man, and I don't just mean Trump, but can anyone defend themselves ever from an accusation ever again? Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, can you ever defend yourself from an accusation, or is that now defamation? My first question to this whole thing was, how can you sue someone for something that happened 30 years ago? And it's because of Me Too. So because of the whole Me Too movement, New York passed a law that allowed this one-time window for victims of sexual assault to file a civil case against their abuser with no statute of limitations. So it's even this weird fluke that she was even able to sue in the first place, right? If it weren't for the whole Me Too thing, she's way past the statute of limitations, 30 years. And there's a reason there was a statute of limitations, because you can't prove anything that happened 30 years ago, and they never even tried to prove this. So Breitbart.com is a whole story about 15 things that the media doesn't want you to know. Let me just read a couple of them here. Okay, so no surveillance footage of it happening, no witnesses. She first made the claim in her book. The book is What Do We Need Men For? And the chapter was The Most Hideous Men of My Life. The Donna Karan blazer dress she claims to have worn during the incident was not even available at the time of her claim. Trump attorney told reporters, she said, this is the dress I wore in 1994. And they went back and they checked. The dress wasn't even made in 1994. And then the question, was she even raped? So she said on a New York Times podcast, every woman gets to choose her word. Every woman gets to choose how she describes it. This is my word of saying it. This is my word. My word is fight. My word is not victim, the victim word. I have not and have not been raped. Something has not been done to me. I fought. That's the thing. Like, what are you talking about, lady? And then in 1993, so before this happened, she wrote in Elle magazine in her advice column, she gave advice to a woman about the best sex positions. And she said, indeed, this position works better for women than the fourth floor of Bergdorf's. Like, this is all so phony, I can't even believe it. But I don't care about Eugene Carroll. I care about a justice system where someone can accuse you of something. Someone accuses you of something, you deny it, and now you're held liable for defamation. How can that possibly be a thing? That is a big, big problem. Not just for Trump. I mean, Trump's out 83 million. Just for everyone, for our entire country. You can't now defend yourself against the accusations. What? That can't possibly be what defamation is about. But it is with Trump, apparently.